Hey guys, welcome to Wrench to Drive WPL Crawler Ultimate Edition. That's what I'm calling this, guys, WPL Ultimate. And it's been pretty good the entire time I've had it, guys. I like this little truck a lot, but this is definitely the best version that I've built. And the big difference is the speed control, guys. I put in the ESC out of the Kyosho Phaser because it's a relatively low amp ESC, it's relatively small, and it's capable of running forward, reverse, drag brake. The other thing that I've got is I'm running the motor that is supposed to come with the 2-speed transmission again. And I went through a couple of different motor iterations on this, guys. First I ran the stock motor in the 2-speed transmission, and if you tuned in earlier, you'll know that works pretty well. I can't remember if I put up a video running that motor. I think I did. I think I did another outdoor running video. It actually crawls pretty well. It gives it a little more speed, guys. So if you're looking for more speed, that is something worth considering. I'm going to put some pictures in here that show you that the problem with these motors, and that there's quite a few ways you can get your crawler back up and running if you have motor troubles, guys. The main problem, I'm going to try and show you here too, is the brushes, guys, because they're not really brushes. The brushes are like little copper strips, guys, and they burn up really easily. This is the stock motor armature, and this is the end bell off of the stock motor. And you can see, if you look carefully in this shot, guys, I'll try to get in a little closer. I'm not sure where it loses focus here, guys. But those brushes burn up real easy, guys. They're just little copper strips. So I ordered a set of motors because they were dirt cheap, guys. These are Banggood specials. They were not much money, guys. I think it was $7 or $8 for 5 or something like that. They were really cheap. Like really cheap, $1.50 each or something. So I thought, we'll roll the dice. And the only problem, guys, is that these are a much higher turn motor, and that means you basically get way more speed than you want, guys. And what I did was I used the stock WPL C24 armature in this can, and then used the end bell with a fresh set of brushes, and that got it back up and running. So mission accomplished there. That actually works okay, guys. So the downside to these motors, guys, is there's basically no way that they're going to last for very long with those brushes in there. Like, they're just not very good. The quality isn't spectacular. And the one point I'd like to make, and make very clear, guys, is that running 2S, running higher voltage, is definitely not going to help that situation, guys. That's going to burn up those brushes a lot quicker because you're going to get more sparkage when the motor's turning, guys. So one of the things that you can do if you want this truck to last longer is run a 1S LiPo instead of a 2S LiPo. And I've run this on 1S and it performs just fine, guys. The 2S, the extra voltage doesn't really give you a whole lot of benefit. Now the other thing you can do is you can turn down the dual rate on the throttle to put less voltage to the motor. Now the only problem is that those little cheap ESCs, these guys here, I'll show you, these ESCs don't have great voltage control. They're kind of, I don't know, 2-3 speed ESCs, something like that. I don't know what their actual granularity of control is, but it's not very good. And you'll see in the driving video of this with the proper ESC that the control level is just, oh my God, so much better. Like, it's night and day. So with this ESC that I'm running now, proper ESC, guys, you can turn down that dual rate and you're only going to be putting, you know, a portion of the voltage to the motor. And all you do is dial it back to the point where, you know, the crawler still performs okay, and leave it there, guys, and you're not going to be putting as much voltage to that motor, and hopefully it will last longer. And I forget what this is, like at the 280 I think it is, that comes with those two-speed transmissions, guys. This one didn't last very long either, and I think the 2S situation probably didn't help it. I haven't cracked it open yet, but it won't surprise me if it doesn't have proper brushes, because this one you could definitely see a little sparky when you were looking in the holes, guys. and a little cloud of smoke came out of there. So I'm thinking the brushes burned up, guys. So that's something worth considering. And down the road, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look and see if something like the motor out of the Axial C24, I think it is, a 24 scale axial crawler, something like that fits, because I would hope that that axial motor is better quality. And I believe the axial runs 2S. The new associated Enduro 24 runs a 1S battery, and I think that that drives home the point, guys, that running 2S with those little motors probably not ideal. And yeah, anyways, that's the main thing I wanted to talk about. And this little crawler here is running the 2-speed transmission, metal axles that actually have been really good. These axles have bearings, all metal gears, metal drive shafts. They're really solid, guys. They're a little pricey, but they've been really good, guys. Held up really well. Metal drive shafts, obviously. And this whole setup, oh, and I put metal gears into the transmission, which are noticeably quieter, which kind of surprised me, guys. And the interesting thing is that the transmission stays in gear a lot better with those metal gears. That seems to have fixed my gear shifting problems. And like I said, with this motor and the new ESC, the level of control, like the slow running crawling, guys, is really, really good. So this is the ultimate addition, in my opinion, guys. You got a 2-speed crawler, nice metal axles, really good speed control. I'm running the O-Star 4-channel radio, so I could easily run LEDs in this. I'm not that into the lights, guys. At some point, I think I probably will put some lights on this, but personally, for me, they don't excite me that much. So, you know, if you like lights and you want to build something like this, you easily can get a nice set of lights running with a 4-channel radio, guys, and have control over the lights and everything. So, so yeah, and it works really well, guys. Like I said, you'll see it in the running video here. It's got really nice low speed control now. It's quite impressive. Now, how capable it's going to be, well, we'll find out. I haven't actually had it out yet, so I will have some running video and I will put it into this. And I'm kind of curious to see if there's any noticeable difference in how it runs, guys. I expect that it won't be any more capable fundamentally, but I think what you're going to see is that the control is probably going to be noticeable, guys. If it isn't, it'll surprise me, because driving it, I mean, it's night and day, guys. It's a massive, massive change. So my nickel's worth is that if you got the budget, right now in Canadian dollars, this truck will run you about $60 to your door, which is a little pricey in my opinion, guys, because what you get in that stock kit isn't the greatest. I mean, like, the truck is really nice, but you know, if you get the kit, it doesn't have any of the electronics, and if you get the one with the electronics, it's you know, they're not spectacular, guys. But anyways, that's $60. You can get the 2-speed transmission set up. I think it's going for about 30 now, so you're looking at 90 Canadian. These axles are about 40, so you're looking at 130 Canadian. A set of metal drive shafts, you're looking at 10 or 12 bucks Canadian. So we're getting up there pretty good, guys. And then you gotta put in a radio, a speed controller, and then you need a battery and charger, guys. So I mean, we're looking at about 200 bucks by the time you're all said and done, which is kind of pricey, guys. But the good small crawlers are in that $200 range, guys, and they don't have typically a 2-speed transmission. This, you have a 2-speed transmission, which is pretty sweet if you like the whole scale crawling thing, guys. If you like the bells and whistles, all the features, it's nice, guys. And if you put in one of those one-speed motor and transmission setups, guys, there's some metal ones out there. They're kind of pricey. If you put in one of those, you know, you don't have the 2-speed, but you're going to have a lot more durability. It's going to work pretty well, guys, and that'll give you a lot of versatility if you just want to run a 1-speed setup. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to be any cheaper. So there's, you know, to me, 2-speed is really nice, guys. And as you'll see in the video, I hope that, like, the low speed of this now is just unreal. It crawls really slow. So yeah, and then this has got a lot of 3D printed parts, which I think are kind of cool. As you can see, I haven't painted the cage yet or anything. I like this little honcho version that I built. I think it turned out pretty nice. This cage, this is the deluxe cage. I got a simpler version of it that works pretty well too. And I got the complicated bumper here, the kind of a super protection type bumper. It's got a lot of screws holding it together. You can go brad nails and hot glue if you want to save yourself some money and hassle. And I got the bush bars on the side here, the kind of Nerf bars instead of the stock bumpers. I think that's about it, guys. And I'm still running a lot of plastic parts. Got the plastic arms or links. I got the plastic link mounts on the axles. Yeah. Anyways, there you go. I'm gonna go out and run this pretty soon here, guys, and then I'll cut this video together, and you'll be able to see this thing running, and let me know what you think. I think this is officially the Cadillac version. I haven't seen too many videos of guys who have actually put in a real ESC, guys, and yeah. Anyways, it's a huge improvement, guys. For my money, it's you know, get yourself an inexpensive capable ESC like a Hobby Wing. I think it's the 1030 or the 1040. You can get them pretty cheap, guys. That'll work really well for sure. If you have an ESC kicking around, it just has to be small enough, guys. I believe the Hobby Wing 1080 will fit in here. It's probably massive overkill. That's kind of a pricey ESC to put in a, you know, little truck, but if you do, it's going to work really well. So yeah, there you go. That's my nickel's worth, and hopefully it's interesting to you guys. There you go. Wrench to drive or drive to wrench.